with Zocorato of the original breakaway here in the purple.
And I think it's Luca Mozzato for B&B Hotels.
He's fast.
Yeah.
Hayther is trying to find that little ridge there. 5 kilometers to go for two riders from the original breakaway. We don't see a lot, a breakaway making it to the finish line. Of course, Mats Wout Smith earlier this week in Tirreno, and these two guys might repeat. But everything's still so very close together. It's 14 seconds to the group with Ethan Hayther. And let's see where the peloton is if we go to the cobbles at Vannegem.
Yeah, we're almost back out onto the main road here now, so not an awful lot left. And there's our small group. Peloton has split up again. Still every chance that this is going to come back together.
Another crash, another rider for Quickstep. Oh, he's staying down, gets attended there by the race physician. Now this is not a good sight. Thankfully the camera is moving away. Robeit and Godin chased down by a group of 3 riders with Zocorato, Mozzato and British rider Ethan Hayther, but the peloton is still awfully close as we head towards the final 4 kilometer of Nokere Koerse. This is indeed the big road to Oudenaarde.
Or Kreuzem, depending on which direction you go.
Yeah, absolutely. You caught me there. You caught me there. But that's why I have you, Magnus, because I can't find my way anywhere without Google Maps. It is indeed Mozzato with 1:46, Ethan Hayther and Samuele Zocorato. Hayther, of course, also one of those guys who has a little brother knocking on the door, Leo. Promising young rider as well. There's a lot of promising young British riders at the moment. It's a fantastic generation the Brits have. Robeit is just flicking his elbow there, but Godin is, well, he's got the biggest gears on he can possibly find. It doesn't really look all that comfortable what Damien Godin is doing here. But everything is getting back together by the rider from UAE Emirates. They have fast guys on the team with Molano, probably the fastest of them all, the Colombian rider, Juan Molano. And also riding for Jasper Philipsen, Alpecin Phoenix with Oscar Riesebeek, who's done an awful lot of work already this race. And Janssen van Rensburg gave a great impression as well with Max Walscheid there, the tall rider for Quebec Assos. And this is the time that you really have to move up, you know, final 3 kilometers. If you find yourself at the last row, the last rider of this group, it's a little bit late.
And I got to say, with 1 kilometer to go, it's going to be very difficult to bring any time back on, you know, until you basically turn into the finishing straight. So it's now that they need to bridge this gap. There's still 21 seconds to these two riders here, so there's a lot left to deal with in 2.7 kilometers.
Well, they still give it their all. Ludovic Robeit and Damien Godin.
And Godin not really taking his turn. He's waiting as long as he can to move around Robeit and to get into the wind, just saving a couple of seconds in the wind there. And Robeit is looking like he wants this to go to the finish as well. I think he's happy with the second place.
Well, he's been with the same team all the way back from when he started cycling. The development team from the federal region there in Wallonie, and he tries to ride clear from Damien Godin. And we all like it when a breakaway makes it to the finish line. He's a real tall guy, Ludovic Roubaix, almost 2 meters in height from Nivelles in French-speaking part of Belgium, and he is absolutely going for it. 1.8 kilometers to go for Ludovic Roubaix. Godin is fighting his way back to the wheel of the Belgian rider. This is a fascinating game with Ethan Hayter, Mozzato and Zoccorato still there, and the peloton, well...
Roubaix is going away here now. He's got this.
Yeah.
Godin was looking behind him rather than looking to chase.
Godin is having trouble catching Roubaix. We go towards that finish. This is the Flamme Rouge. He has a gap. You said, Magnus, at the foot of Nokere Koerse, if you've got 4 or 5 seconds. But of course, Roubaix, he has been on the attack all day, and he's given so much.
But so has Godin. So this is level playing field as far as I'm concerned. And Roubaix is looking like he's got that little bit more energy left, and it's turning that slightly smaller gear as well, which makes him a bit more agile on the final run into up the Nokere Koerse.
Godin in that ridiculously large gear, trying to catch Roubaix. If we look at the second stage of the Étoile de Bessèges, he was part of the breakaway as well and almost made it to the finish line. It was his teammate Timothy Dupont winning that day on the 4th of February, just 1.5 months ago, and he is absolutely going for it. Look at Ludovic Roubaix, and don't we all love a rider who was always on the attack and is going for it. His head is bobbing, it's swaying left and right, and he knows that he has this. He went on the breakaway, he went in the breakaway of 8, attacked and stayed clear. This is the biggest win of his career. He rode away from Damien Godin. Ludovic Roubaix is the rider. This is a really big win for the 26-year-old from Belgium. He's looking behind. He can believe it. He should believe it now. The peloton has misjudged the breakaway, has misjudged Ludovic Roubaix. 25 meters to go. He can celebrate the biggest day of his cycling career. Well, that was tricky, and it's for him. Godin in second place. A crash there, and a sprint finish. But what a fantastic victory for the breakaway. We saw it a few days ago in Tirreno Adriatico, where Mats Wout Smit was on the breakaway. Yeah, this is sour grapes for Timothy Dupont. He knows his teammate has won, but he crashed. And you know, with breakaways, Magnus, sometimes it works, and it's always a glorious moment, isn't it?
It is definitely, and nice to see a relatively small team like this here. It's always nice to see when they get it right, and like you say, a rider who is constantly on the attack, and we know how rare it is for a breakaway to go to the finish, and especially in one-day races, it's even more sweet when it happens.